We've changed the name from a walkout to an Assembly for Life to just focus on what we're trying to accomplish here, which is making sure that an event like that never happens.
Some students participated in the Thompson Assembly for Life yesterday, and we have you covered on today's THS TV.
Our softball team has been on a winning streak, and in sports, I have all the details.
Theater 2 has some exciting events going on, and I have you covered in today's entertainment.
These stories plus more headlines are coming your way on today's THS TV.
Thompson students are taking a stand. Good morning, I'm Ashley Ryan.
And I'm Gavin Gray, and this is THS TV. You may have heard about the organized walk out remembering the victims of school shootings, but did you attend? Reporter Ashley Ryan will fill you in on what went on.
Thompson students, along with students all across the nation, are walking out against gun violence. At Thompson, it's been named Assembly for Life.
After news of a national high school walkout in remembrance of the Parkland victims, a few THS students decided they wanted to be a part of it. They wanted to host a walkout that lasted 18 minutes. 17 minutes in honor of each Parkland victim and 1 minute in honor of Cortland Arrington, who was shot nearby at Huffman High School.
After the Parkland shooting, you saw a lot of different youth organizations starting different rallies, different marches, different protests. And one of the ones that caught my attention was the Women's Youth March had posted something saying, we're gonna have a walkout on March 14th, 10 o'clock. Schools all over the nations are welcome to participate. And so I contacted Katie, I contacted Tiger and Jewel, and all of these people that I knew would be supportive of me and would support this as I brought it to Hester's attention. And we brought it to his attention. We've changed the name from a walkout to an Assembly for Life to just focus on what we're trying to accomplish here, which is making sure that an event like that never happens again and that students are safe to go to school.
Once they cleared up the plan with administrators, they advertised via social media such as Instagram, but made no announcements as it was each student's choice whether they wanted to walk out.
I wanted to know more about why people were actually walking out rather than just like going for myself. I wanted to just know that I was being a part of something bigger. I was just seeing the bigger picture rather than just seeing only our school, but just like I wanted to see the whole nation go into a change.
Once 10 a.m. hit on March 14th, exactly 1 month after the shooting, the Thompson High School courtyard was filled with students and began with a moment of silence for the victims. 4 leaders made a speech about what could be done, and it also included others' writings related to the topic.
I am a senior in high school. My biggest worries right now should be passing my calculus test, buying a prom dress, and preparing for college. It should not be coming up with a solution to gun violence. But that has become my task. That has become your task. It has become our task as students, as citizens, as future voters.
Students were encouraged to tweet what was going on, as many were also filming. Anyone who would like to attend a similar event can go to the March for Our Lives in Birmingham on March 24th from 2 to 4.
Reporting for THS TV on Thompson's protests against gun violence, I'm Ashley Ryan.
The city of Alabaster will be hosting its 6th annual Alabaster Clean Sweep in the beginning of April. This is an opportunity for clubs, organizations, schools, and sports teams to volunteer for community service. On April 14th, Alabaster will host a free paper shredding and electronic recycling event at Thompson Intermediate School from 8 until noon. Then on April 7th and/or the 21st will be when your litter pickup groups help clean Alabaster. All groups will need at least 1 adult leader and a signed waiver. All volunteers will also receive an Alabaster Clean Sweep t-shirt and fluorescent vest, gloves, trash bags, as well as police protection from road traffic. If you have any more questions, contact Stacy Rakestraw at cityofalabaster.com.
Thompson High School Math Department will be hosting another ACT Prep Study session on Saturday, April 7th, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. All students 9th through 12th grades are welcome to attend, and there is no cost to sign up. The session will include practice problems directly from the April 2017 ACT, which will give students a better idea of the areas they need to focus on next time they take the test. Participants will be split up into 5 groups and rotate around the 5 different teachers to go over sections in algebra, trig, geometry, pre-cal, and stats. For any questions or more information on the study session, visit any math teacher.
The Alabama Crimson Tide is moving on to the next round of March Madness. Here's what's trending on Twitter. Hashtag Villanova is trending on Twitter. March Madness is heating up, and the Alabaster Crimson Tide were able to squeeze past the Virginia Tech Hokies last night and will be facing the #1 seed Villanova Wildcats. They will play tomorrow at 11:30, and the game will air live on CBS. Now let's take a look at other hot topics in today's national headlines.
Early Wednesday morning, the British theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking passed away. Hawking had a disability called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, but he never let that stop him from pursuing his dreams. Hawking was a mathematician, cosmologist, astronomer, and he also wrote many popular selling books. Jason Freeman, the grandson of the famous cult leader Charles Manson, speaks out hoping that kids will not follow his grandfather's footsteps. Freeman says he plans on cremating his grandfather's remains and scattering the ashes in an undisclosed location. All Toys R Us stores are closing in the US and UK following the chain's collapse into administration. The shutdown will put more than 4,000 people without jobs. All stores are expected to be gone in the next 6 weeks.
I've heard softball is doing really well in the season so far. I think they've only lost like 3 games.
Yeah, they've been doing really well so far. I haven't been able to make it to a game, but I'll definitely try to make it.
Yes, I've heard the same thing, and I know last year we had a few people sign, so I'm sure the same thing is coming up this year, and I'm really excited to see how they end off their season.
And I've got more in today's sports.
But first, we've got your needs to know in today's announcements.
We'll be right back with more THS TV.
March Madness has officially started, and reporter Lizzie Milstead has your needs to know on the teams and their rankings. The annual Alabaster Clean Sweep is coming up in a few weeks, and we've got the details on how to sign up. You're watching THS TV, Thompson High School, source for sports.
The softball team has been on a winning streak lately. The team is sitting on a 13-3 record, including scoring their opponents of a combined 40-9 score in the past 3 games. Time will only tell how far this team can go, but make sure to support the team as they head to Calera to play a doubleheader versus Marbury and Clay Chalkville tonight. Game times are at 4 and 7 p.m. Round 1 of March Madness tipped off last night, and reporter Lizzie Milstead has all the details on what went down.
Another year marks another March Madness tournament. The tournament tipped off Tuesday night with St. Bonaventure knocking off the 11 seed UCLA. On Wednesday night, Syracuse knocked off Arizona State for the 11th seed in the tournament. Last night, the SEC went 4-0 with Tennessee winning against Wright State, Kentucky defeating Davidson 78-73, Florida dropping St. Bonaventure, and Alabama clipped Virginia Tech 86-83, making a solid overall day for the conference. Auburn, Texas A&M, Arkansas, and Missouri are in action Friday. Devontae Graham made sure Kansas wasn't going to lose last night with his 29 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds in their 76-60 win over Penn. In Duke's 89-67 win over Iona, their most important player might be freshman point guard Trey Duval, who had a steady 19 points and 8 assists. Number 1 seed Villanova hit 14 three-pointers in an 87-61 win over Radford. Tweet us your predictions for the next round at THS News TV, and you could be featured on an upcoming show. Reporting for THS TV on March Madness, I'm Lizzie Milstead.
Thompson's JV soccer team kicked off against Pelham last night with a score of 3-1. Pelham scored 2 points before halftime and a third in the second half. Thompson senior Jackson Hall scored a goal in the second half of the game, as well as leaving Pelham with the win. The next game will be tonight against Oak Mountain as Thompson takes on their team at the home front. From the high school gym to the college turf, we've got the details in today's national sports headlines.
The New York Giants are expected to sign offensive tackle Nate Solder. Solder will receive a 4-year, $60 million contract with a guarantee of about $35 million. Solder, who turns 30 in April, is the 4th Impact player to leave the Patriots. Basketball Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal has supported the police for years, so his answer to ending school shootings is additional support for cops, not a ban on guns. Last Wednesday, he went on WABC Radio's Curtis and Cosby show and said, quote, "The government should give law enforcement more money," end quote. Veteran running back Carlos Hyde reportedly agreed to terms on a 3-year deal with the Cleveland Browns ahead of the official opening of free agency. According to NFL Network, the contract is worth more than $15 million.
That's all for today's sports. Tune in on Tuesday for an update on the March Madness tournament. And now back to Ashley with more news.
8 candidates will be interviewed to be on the Alabaster City Board of Education. Council members were accepting applications through February, and interviews will be in late March. School board member Ty Quarles currently holds the seat and has applied for another 5 years. But the city council will decide if they want to reappoint Quarles or appoint a new member. For a list of the candidates, visit alabasterreporter.com.
On March 17th, juniors are taking the ACT with writing. They will begin at 8:15 and will be allowed to leave once they finish. While taking the test, sophomores will be taking the ASVAB, a test that can show what career best fits you. Students will be bused to the old campus. They will also be allowed to leave after finishing the test, but students that stay will be bused back to the new school. Seniors will have an E-Day with E-assignments for the 4 core classes. Students that do not do or show up for AP and CCRI activities, students will be counted as absent.
So did y'all see that a few people that went to our school actually danced for the halftime of the Harlem Globetrotters?
I did. Some of my friends actually performed, and they said it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I always love watching the Globetrotters. They're so much fun to watch, and I saw that some people from Thompson were dancing. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And there's so much going on with basketball right now that it's really cool that our school got to be a part of it.
Yes. I've got more in entertainment.
But first, Luke has your local forecast in today's Warrior Weather.
We'll be right back.
Still to come on THS TV. The basketball team, the Harlem Globetrotters, came to Birmingham, and in entertainment, Blakely will give you an inside look on how it all went down. Spring has come, and in today's Health Corner, Sawyer will give you some tips on how to survive the allergies. This is THS TV, Thompson High School's source for entertainment.
Hi, I'm Luke Lamar, and today I'll be bringing you your Warrior weather. It's spring in Alabama, so be expecting lots of rain, as later today chances go up to 70%. Today's high is 69 degrees, while the low is 57. Tomorrow there will be an 80% chance of rain with temperatures as low as 55 and as high as 77 degrees. Sunday there won't be too much rain, and the high is 71 with a low of 51. Monday is a slightly higher chance of rain at 40% with a high of 75 and a low of 53. Lastly, Tuesday, not much rain, but cooler temperatures with a high of 63 and a low of 40. That's all for today's Warrior weather. Now back to Blakely with more news.
Theater 2 is in the playwriting phase of this semester. After performing their student-directed one act last month, the class has begun working on their own plays to write and perform. The playwright must be at least 10 minutes long and include at least 2 different characters. This project will be in the final event in the Theater 2 class for the year. For more information, you can visit Miss Gainey across from the band room. The Harlem Globetrotters are a basketball team who combine athleticism, theater, and comedy in their style of play. Over the year, they have played more than 26,000 exhibition games in 122 countries and territories. They are not just an ordinary basketball team. They provide tricks, halftime entertainment by all types of guests, and going around to different schools and to speak to students about bullying. The Harlem Globetrotters will be in Dothan, Alabama, March 22nd. Go to Harlem Globetrotters webpage for more information, tickets, and previews of what they'll be performing. It's that time of year again, as Monday marked the beginning of Little Big Week for Thompson Thespians. The Theater of New Thespians have been announced, and they are participating in a week of fun as each new member is assigned a big, anonymously, who will bring gifts throughout the week. After-school activities such as Bad Movie Night and Scavenger Hunt will take place leading up to the theater banquet, where the littles will finally know who they've been their mentor throughout the week. Music, movies, and more, we've got the latest gossip and celebrity news in today's Hollywood headlines. Seems like the on and off couple Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber are taking time off again. Gomez recently went back to her hometown, Texas, to spend time with loved ones, partly because of family pressure and partly because of the recent argument they had over her birthday celebration. Rumors were spreading about Cameron Diaz being done with acting, but they are not true. Her friend Selma Blair tweeted recently apparently joking that she quit, but later on went back and clarified that she was joking, and Diaz is still a part of the acting world. Singer Zayn Malik and model Gigi Hadid called it quits after 2 years of dating. The media outlet claims that their busy schedules were to blame for the break in the relationship. That's all for today's entertainment. Tune in on Tuesday for the new library features. Now let's toss it to Sawyer with today's Health Corner.
If you are having trouble with allergies this season, I have 4 tips to help you control them. First, find your allergy triggers. Know all the details surrounding your allergy flare-ups, where you are, what you have been doing, and what time of day and year it is. Second, change your environment. Ask your doctor how to minimize exposure to substances that prompt your flare-ups, keeping pets out of certain rooms, covering your mattress, or running the air conditioner to filter out pollens. Third, get the latest treatment. Ask your doctor if they are familiar with the state-of-the-art treatment guidelines of the Joint Task Force. Finally, be persistent. Go back to your family doctor if symptoms don't improve, or ask for a referral to an allergist. That's all for today's Health Corner. Tune in every Friday for more health tips. Now back to Ashley with more news.
The ACS Board of Education members recently honored each school's support personnel of the year during their meeting on March 12th, and also selected the district's top school support employees. From Creekview Elementary, Delphine Bowling was recognized, as well as Krista Walker from Meadowview Elementary. Emily McCain was honored from Thompson Intermediate, along with Troya Yoder for Thompson 6th grade center. Valencia Barlow from Thompson Middle and Judy Clark from Thompson High were also shown support during the meeting. In addition to the Support Personnel of the Year awards, the board also honored other district members within categories such as Counselor of the Year, Bus Driver of the Year, and Child Nutrition Program Employee of the Year. So Gavin, I think it's amazing how many opportunities our teachers have to be recognized, you know, between things like this and then...
In the future, I see myself as a CEO at the FCI Talladega Correctional Institution.
What I want to do in the future is telecommunications.
From now on, I'll probably expose my students to more careers and skills that they could use as well.
I want to become a general contractor.
I see myself as a construction worker. I like automotive, so anywhere between mechanic or construction.
What are we talking about?
Having my own shop and be able to manage my own. So right now, I'm a third-year student here, getting prepared for this competition to make sure my skills are where they are, so when I go out in the future, I'll be ready. All because of Skills USA.
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 All because of Skills USA, I am ready for the future.
Skills USA to me is just kind of
For all of our
teaching people
bus riders,
skills,
Monday
actually
morning it is
people
warming
and
up
just,
with
you know,
temperatures around 59 degrees at 6 a.m., barely rising to 60 degrees at 7. But dress warm and bring an umbrella because chances of rain will be around 50%. Now back to...
Okay, so I love how we have so many opportunities for community service around Alabaster, and the Clean Sweep is a great example of that.
Yeah, I know that I've done it the past 2 years, and I think it's really cool. You know, all of Alabaster, you know, like gets together and they really work on just cleaning up the community.
Yeah, I'm glad we really have a community that is proud of our city and wants to keep it clean.
Yeah, I agree. And if you want any more information, you can contact Stacy Rakestraw. That's all for today's news.
Tune in on Tuesday for a senior update.
And follow us on Twitter for updates on events happening at THS this week.
Have a great day.